Found out there was, I get emails all the time about like, oh, they're screening this in LA. Look, they're going to do a screening of AI and the cinematographer is going to talk at the thing.
Do a Q&A.
I get emails about that all the time. American Cinematheque is going to have a screening of, the Indian in the cupboard, and the kid is going to be there.
I would go see that.
Yeah, I don't know why I picked that
if
movie.
If the kid from India in the cupboard's going to be there, do Q&A, I'd be there.
Yeah, but stuff like that. But these things sell out pretty quick. A day later it'll be sold out.
They're gone pretty quick.
But I get a message from our friend Nathan. He was, by the way, Kaio Shin Kai. I don't remember what we called him in the Boo video because there's different. They call him differently in the American version than they do. I don't know what we called him. Shin.
Yeah. Are you talking
Kai.
Elder Kai?
He was Elder Kai too,
and the regular.
He
Kai.
played both.
Yeah.
Our friend Nathan. He DM'd me just like, do you know about this? And it was, they're gonna show Jackass the movie on 35 millimeter. At the Egyptian theater, legendary old theater, and that was closed for years. Yeah. And Netflix bought it, renovated the theater like to be state of the art inside, totally cleaned it up.
New sound system, new theater system, everything.
Yeah, everything. And so it's like, well, not only have I not seen that, I would love to see that, but then they're gonna play Jackass on 35 millimeter film.
Yeah,
which is like okay. And then by the way, the creator of Jackass, Jeff Tremaine, director, doing Q&A. He's going to be there.
Yep.
Oh. And
awesome.
This did not sell out. It had been up for weeks. It was this hasn't sold.
Mm-mm.
And I was talking to Nathan about this. He's like, I think it was buried in there. They're doing like a documentary series of films at this theater. And he's like, I think no one's looking through the documentaries to find this.
Yeah. Oh.
And then also it's Coachella weekend, which that impacts LA. It actually does impact LA.
Really?
So between all those, he's like, I think people are just kind of not seeing this. It did sell out as of like the day of.
The day of, yeah.
But I was seeing tweets even a couple days ago. They're like, yo, there's a lot of tickets.
It was a full house. It was fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it did end up selling out. But so we went up to LA. We had a whole day. We filmed Creepy Old Crypt.
Yeah, earlier in the day.
We did that earlier in the day. Filmed it. We were outside of Disneyland area.
Yeah.
It started raining, so it was like, I've always meant to get this poncho from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Now's the time. It's raining.
Yeah.
I'll put
it
on. So it's raining. Okay, let's
Endor
go. All right.
gear.
And then we get in the car to leave, and it is raining so hard you can't see the fucking cars in front of you.
Yeah,
and it's like
it was bad.
cool. It wasn't raining
so hard.
Wasn't raining all day before or after, but as soon as I was in the car, it had to do that.
It slowed down raining as soon as we got to the theater. And when we got out of the movie, it was not a cloud in the sky. It was night stars.
Yeah.
Like,
so that really sucked. But then it was like, it's like, I hope we make it. Are we going to make it to the theater? Are we did? Okay, we did. Ran into the theater in this gear. And of course, that's when we got to meet not only Jeff Tremaine, director of Jackass the movie, but Rick Cossack, who was another founding member of Big Brother.
What?
Yep. They all came to it.
This in the lobby? How'd you meet
when
them?
the movie was over, we all met outside the theater. We had other friends that we knew were going. They were outside, and we were just talking, and we were talking in this one little area that had like almost like a little red carpet thing. Yeah. There was no red carpet event for this.
There was.
We were just standing and talking, and then we're out there maybe 20 minutes, and then hey guys, can you guys move? They're gonna take a picture. Oh, they're all coming out here to take a photo where we're standing.
Oh. Yeah.
So we just waited a minute, and it was like, well, can we talk?
Yeah.
Get a photo and whatever, and got to briefly talk with them for a second.
That's sick.
Talked to Rick Cossack about so this movie was shot. I mean, even this movie, the show was shot on like terrible mini DV back in the day.
Yeah.
The movie wasn't any better. That first movie.
Oh, really?
Still like a lot of DV tapes.
I mean, and a lot of it was segments they just didn't fit in the show.
Yeah,
Too. Like, hey, we never used rocket skates.
And now we don't have to censor it.
Yeah, throw it in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, talked with him briefly about, I was like, that was mini DV to digital on the computer to a film negative to a 35 millimeter print. I'm like, how many things did that go through? And he was like, gee, I don't know, man. And I was like, I was honestly watching the movie in there thinking, this is the only movie I've ever seen. Tell me if you agree with this.
Yeah.
This is the only movie I've ever seen in 35 millimeter on the big screen that looks better on DVD at home. You know what I mean? It's like relatively crisp at home because it was shot that way.
Yeah.
And this has been transferred to so many things. But it was kind of hilarious.
It was fun to see it in that format.
Oh, yeah.
That was a format I'm sure I saw in 2002 when I went and saw it in theaters then.
Right.
And so
For sure.
it was fun seeing that and fun seeing with the group.
Yeah.
Going back to them though, they were so chill. Like you could tell they came out, no rush. They were going to be there until everybody got a photo or a handshake or anything.
Yeah.
They were not like, oh, real quick. They just stayed out there. Everybody was just chilling out.
I mean,
saying
if you
hi.
went to that,
it was so cool.
You're clearly a diehard Jackass fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've probably been there from the beginning.
Yep.
You know, so
Definitely.
like, I'm sure they were happy to meet some people.
Oh,
yeah,
totally.
they were, and I'm always paranoid since doing our own tour. I see how these things work, so I'm very like, I don't want to waste anyone's time. I'm gonna get in, get out.
Yeah,
and so being like that with Jeff Torre, it was just like, man, I'm sorry, just real
can I get
real
a photo
quick
real
picture, whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, no, I'm here. No, it was that kind of reaction where it was just like, no, I'm here.
Yeah.
Then he looked at my outfit for like,
I was gonna ask.
Yeah. Yeah, don't like stab me or anything. Oh, I'll try not to. All right, good. Okay, cool. I took a picture. And then Kevin stepped up. Okay, get a picture with him. Kevin had a Candyman shirt with John Candy on it.
And it was a little covered up and stuff like that.
Wait.
Yeah.
And then he peeled his shirt back.
He just kind of went like this and he looked at it and he was like, oh, that's cool. Like, and then we took a photo.
Right, yeah, let's
cool.
Photo, yeah.
And it was so cool.
But I did want to say real quick though about Jackass. You do forget about we often get into the conversation of what's the best Jackass movie. And most people do say 2. I do think if you're with a group of friends, 2 is probably the one you'll put on because it's got the most like, I can't believe they did that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But man, I really love that first one because
first one.
To me, it's the best mix. It's kind of the most. I know this is gonna sound funny, but I heard someone say it's kind of the most comfy. Like
totally.
It's got some risky shit, but it's also got like, all right, I'm gonna take a shit in the middle of the department store. All right, as an old man, I'm just gonna take chips from the store. Shoplifter.
Just stealing.
They had, the second one, they kind of stopped doing the public stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, golf course air horn. That's Jackass to me.
Still super funny.
And that brought the house down.
Yeah.
There were lots of things that made me laugh that I had forgotten about. I forgot about the burglary skit where they were in an
with
office,
diamonds and they
fell
go
through the ceiling, and
Yeah.
that one dude
runs out so fast.
he's outside before they touch the ground.
He's
Yeah.
gone.
There's
He
two
just
other nerds back
runs
at the
out of the
office
thing.
going, so should we talk with them? What is that? And then, like the third guy was already down the street.
That guy is not. I have no time to investigate what's going on.
He
out
said,
of here.
yeah, he said, I saw ski masks out of the corner of my eye. I'm done.
That's it.
I
Yeah.
will be gone.
That
I was
guy's
like,
smart.
that's
I
great.
told the story. Maybe it was in the post show last week about that tree above me got hit by lightning, and my dad turned and I was gone.
Yeah.
That I was that guy. Where it's like I don't know. I am gone.
Yeah,
like I'm not going to
I've run away.
investigate
Yeah,
why
yeah.
Bob's falling
Yeah,
on me.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fucking gone.
I'm gone.
That guy was my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
That movie, I love that movie. That
It was
first
so
one,
good.
and then Ryan Dunn is so great,
And
in
he
the
got
movie.
huge applause.
The car.
I have to say, when they did that opening,
And they
in
went
the
to
Yeah.
person.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and they go to each person,
Yeah.
huge applause for everybody. Ryan Dunn maybe got the biggest.
Yeah,
Of
definitely.
course.
Huge applause.
That's awesome.
But took it. I think we as a group
Mhm.
took it on ourselves that when it went to the golf cart sketch 5 minutes later, and that title for Brandon D. Camillo
Yeah.
came up, we
We all
fucking
Yeah.
had to start
Yeah.
the cheer. It was like,
Yeah.
we're not letting that go by.
No.
We
Yeah.
pay respects to the
Yeah.
other, the fifth Beatle,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
But anyway, he got a big cheer, and then Lance Bangs got a huge cheer when it went to him when Dave England shit in the van on accident on the way to
Yeah,
their
yeah.
first
Dude,
attempt
when
to
it
shit in the
fucked
department
up.
store,
Went early.
the hardware store. Yeah, it cut to Lance. Oh, Lance. Oh, we're gonna, and that was like, Johnny, you can speak to that, right?
Oh yeah, it was like the loudest clap I've
Yeah,
ever heard.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
so hyped.
I was surprised the crowd popped that big for Lance Bangs on camera.
That's
Was
so
Lance
cool.
there?
No.
No.
You gotta,
Johnny, we talked with that. Johnny was like, all these other camera people, it sounds like they're going. If Lance Bangs goes, I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Because right, what is that,
You're
Johnny?
gonna beat him up, Johnny?
Lance Bangs has just been a huge influence on
Yeah.
me. Like he used to do like documentaries on like bands in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then doing Jackass. Like I just always like took inspiration from him. So I would have been like kind of marking out if I saw him for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But it's so cool. You gotta watch that movie with Jeff Tremaine.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
that is
cool.
rad.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you went to that. Damn.
I am too. I was stoked that
Yeah.
that we're all worked out with the rain and everything.
Well, I do want to say so yeah, it was really cool, and getting to talk to them after was really awesome. Johnny, what happened with you?
Oh my God.
You met a
All right.
wrestler?
Okay. I may have the all right.
This is
Because
the
I had a
same-
wonderful night, but Johnny was giving me different
This is the
signals
same
here.
night? The same
Yeah,
night?
yeah. I had the
Same event.
most awkward moment of maybe my entire life.
Oh,
okay. I'm gonna preface this like so when Rick Cossack and Jeff Tremaine came out, I kind of tried to talk to Rocco and Kevin about it, but you two were so in like we need to get a photo mode, and you kind of I felt awkward, so I kind of like walked away a little bit.
I should say too, sorry not to cut you off, but
Yeah.
I should say too, I felt really bad because I did have a few people say hi afterwards, but I very rarely get starstruck. I was in the tractor beam
Yeah.
of Jeff Tremaine. Those guys, they were Beatles to me.
Yeah.
So I do feel bad because a couple people said hi, and I was like, yeah, good. Yeah, hi. Okay. Is that Jeff? Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like I was kind of stuck in that. So if anybody was there and I was a little
So
off in
don't
space,
post
I apologize.
on Twitter that Rocco's a dick. Okay, he was
No,
caught
I
in
do.
Jeff
If I
Tremaine's
was, I
tractor beam.
apologize. There,
He's in the
you know,
beam.
met a couple very nice people, but
Sure.
if I was a little off in the clouds, I do apologize.
That's
So anyway,
why.
Johnny, I'm sorry if I acted that way.
No,
towards
no,
you.
you're fine.
Okay.
I didn't really want a photo with them, so I kind of like laid back.
Sure.
And then I noticed like blonde hair, and I was like, oh my God, that's a wrestler I like. So I went up to like I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a photo with this guy because I love whenever I get to take a photo with wrestlers.
Mhm.
So I walk up, I'm like really nervous. I'm like, I tap on his shoulder, I'm like, hey man, Nick, I love your stuff. Let's take a photo. And he goes, what'd you just say to me?
Oh,
And I was like,
oh,
Nick, can we take a photo? And he went, I'm Ryan. It was Ryan Nemeth. His brother is Nick Nemeth, is Dolph Ziggler. And I called him his brother's name.
Oh no, Johnny! It was the Hollywood hunk.
It was the Hollywood hunk, Ryan Nemeth. I almost did it again. And he was like, and then I think he just realized, oh, I could fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was,
Oh yeah.
He was cool about it. Sounds like he's cool.
He was laying it in. He was like, man, you know that really upsets me.
no,
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
He did not just let it go.
Yeah.
No.
And then I was like, all right, cool. Can we take a photo? And then he was like, sure, man. And I put my phone up to take a photo. He's like, you're not going to take it in front of the nice background, dude? And I was like, okay. And then we like walked together to this nice background to take a photo. And I just kept like apologizing. I'm like, hey man, I'm so sorry. And he was like, I'm just fucking with you. You're fine. What's your name? And I was like, oh, Johnny. He's like, nice to meet you. And walked away. And I was like, I'm so mortified.
Oh,
But
no.
I
I
figured-
mortified.
Hey, he was
That's
a
okay.
professional.
Yeah, he was a professional.
He was a professional. But man, I was entertained hearing that. No offense.
I kept telling myself, I'm going to tell this on the podcast and then it's going to be out of my brain.
Exactly.
It's like therapy. You feel better now.
Exactly.
Now we're all laughing with you.
I've talked. I think I talked about that with you, Johnny. Is there's a lot of things that I think should upset me in a normal way, would upset me that I try. My new form of dealing with it is I try my best to go, this is a bit for the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to use
Hold on to
this
that.
and get a good story.
Yeah.
I am not upset. It will slide.
Yeah.
Because now I have a great bit. I try to manifest it, or
Yeah.
package it that way as opposed to rage.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't
Johnny
know.
did a good job of that.
I didn't know Dolph Ziggler and Nick Nemeth.
Nick
Or
Nemeth
Ryan.
is,
I didn't know they're brothers. Basically.
Oh, yeah.
I know the two wrestlers, but I didn't know they're brothers. Johnny, that's happened to us at the booth.
Oh, so many times.
People come
Yeah.
up to Sean and go like, "Hey, Derek,"
Yeah.
and we just roll with it because
Yeah.
we're not
Because-
as mean as
'cause-
Nick
no.
Nemeth.
No.
Because we don't. Yeah.
Because
we
like,
get it.
oh, let that moment pass. Like they are nervous and they said the wrong.
And I get
name.
nervous for them. Like I hope fucking Garrett doesn't correct them because
Yeah.
that would be very embarrassing for them.
I mean, I had somebody at PAX tell me for 10 minutes how they were excited I brought a show back that I had nothing to do with.
Well, there you go.
I think
See, at least,
I think
like-
they thought I was in a different group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny's close. It's his brother. He's like, at least this
Yeah.
guy knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
There was someone at Anime Expo again one year. I know I brought this up before, but that would not let go that I was Donkey.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
God, I love your review of Death Stranding or whatever. Yeah, I'm not him. Ha! Yeah. Well, anyway, I did love what you said about comparing it to Mario. Again, I'm not him. Yeah. Anyway, I love what you, and it's like, yeah, keep
guy's
doing,
Bernie
keep doing
Burns.
this for another half hour. Sounds good. But I went with it. I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, take it. Take it where you can get it.